Yes, hello, welcome along, it's midday. You are watching InterTrash Chat with me, Oliver. Hello. Oh, just calm down. Music's loud. Let's turn the music down. Welcome along to InterTrash Chat. This is the first proper edition of InterTrash Chat because we've actually got a live guest coming on. Yes. Hello, Minihood997. Welcome along. You can, of course, comment, and if you are watching, make sure you spread the word. We've got a really fascinating guest for you today. Kevin Murphy. Oh, that's a bit loud, isn't it? Kev Murphy is basically the guy. We've had him on very briefly when we were sort of trying to figure out what InterTrash Chat was. Kev Murphy is the guy that wrote the book Not So Fluffy, which is a book about animals and all the gross stuff and disgusting things that they do, right? That's what he's done. He's decided, hey, we think animals are too cute. We think they're way too cute. We ought to do something about that and educate you. But before we introduce him and get him on, please do, like I say, spread the word. Hey, Stephen, welcome along. Lovely to have you watching. If any of you watched InterTrash Live on Thursday night, I hope you enjoyed it. It was really good fun to make. Anyway, do spread the word. Like I said, you're going to find this really interesting. It's going to be a fascinating chat, and you know, your mates will appreciate it. Just trust me on this. I hope everything's working well. Hey, Nathan, John, we've got 3 different people on 3 different platforms there. That's great to see. We've got Minihood on Twitch. We've got Steve on Facebook. We've got Nathan on YouTube. Great. This is good. No, I don't think there's any need to wait anymore. So we're going to get Kevin. Now, look, I've been trying to sort out all this audio stuff, right? So if we have 1 or 2 problems, technically, just go with it. Just go with it. So, ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you, Kevin Murphy. Where is he? He's not there. He's not there. I know. Hang on. Wait there, Kev. I can see Kev, but you can't see Kev. Right, hang on. Let. This is hilarious. Right, hang on. Wait there, Kevin. Wait there, Kev. Here he is, Kevin Murphy. There he is. We've got him. All right. Can we everybody hear Kev? Kev, talk. Say something, Kev. I don't think we can hear you, Kev. I think all the effort that we went to earlier on trying to make sure that we could hear you, and we can't hear you. Minihood997 has said no sound. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a live fix. So I can hear Kev. I can hear Kev. Nobody else can hear. Hey, listen. Everybody. Kev just said everybody needs to learn these things. You can't hear him. It's fine. We actually ran through this at 11:30, right? We ran through this at 11:30, and it was working fine. And now all of a sudden it's not working. This is a disaster. We are losing viewers left, right, and centre. Don't worry. Stick with us. We're going to fix it. Okay. I've just got to try and not panic and remember exactly what I have to do. So Kev's just going to keep watching there. We'll just keep some music going on in the background so we can just make sure this doesn't sound too bad. Oh my Christ, this is horrible. Here we go. Settings. Got it here. There. Save. Kevin. Are you... No, he's not. No, you're not there. Oh, fuck my arse. Wait, no, I've sorted it. I've sorted that bit out. So that's coming through there. You're coming through there. Right, now all I need to do now, Kevin, is go on here. Close that. What someone said. No, people are just laughing. Don't worry. Just keep laughing. Keep laughing. I don't care. Keep. Oh God. I can do it. Nathan, the pressure is intense. Oh God, we're 4 minutes in. Normally I'll be talking about some other bollocks at this stage. Right, hang on. I'm in settings now. I'm in settings, everyone. This is atrocious, isn't it? There. Okay. Right, hang on, Kev. Kevin, are you there? Can we hear Kevin? Kev, keep talking.
Yeah, I am now here, I'm hoping. Can people hear me? Ollie, can
Please,
you hear me?
If we can hear... We have sound!
Yes!
We have sound.
Hello,
right.
Internet!
Now, I appreciate the sound's not brilliant, but it is sound nonetheless. Thanks very much for watching me squirm. Yes, Ollie's new item, watch me squirm. It was very embarrassing. We can turn him up a little. Yes, we can. Yeah, we can turn him up as loud as you need. I've turned him up. You can hear him. Okay, so Kev, welcome along. You are the man behind the book, Not So Fluffy. We're going to just pretend that whatever happened just a minute ago didn't happen. Tell me about the book. What is the book? What's it about? What's the gist?
So, I went away back in the day and I was taking photos. I've always been a fan of finding out animal facts. And I went out a certain place and I was taking pictures of animals and I kind of did a bit of research on it. And it was a tiny bird that looked like a robin that turns out is sexually promiscuous but socially monogamous. So they have a lifelong partner that they raise chicks together with, but they go around shagging everyone else.
Right.
So they might be rearing the young of another man's child. So I found that out and I posted about it, and then a mate of mine got in touch and was like, we should probably do something about this. So I did co-write it with a guy called Kerry Girling, who I met on the Mongol Rally. And so he's a scientist. I like poo and willy jokes. And we had this beautiful connection in the middle of debauchery. So it's basically a thorough look into Mother Nature's inner workings.
I mean, from that point then, so you've found out that robins are basically slags, right?
Yeah.
Where did you go? How long ago was that? When was that? Did you say?
That was, 3-4 years ago, I think.
Right, so it's taken a while to get this together.
Yeah, we move it along slowly. There's a couple of reasons for that. A, I'm lazy. B, another guy involved is lazy. Kerry's not lazy. He's a doctor, scientist, so he's very straight down the line and efficient. And then me and the illustrator are a bit silly and like getting distracted by pictures of animal penises because they look hilarious.
But where did you get? I mean, with the information then on it, like if I want to find out something gross about animals, I'll just Google it.
That's basically how it started, and then we started getting into scientific papers and things like that. So we check out documentaries, articles, science papers, and research, and then we came up with 69 of the worst and grossest ones we could find, and chucked them in a book. Yeah, and
they are pretty gross. We're going to go through one or two of them. I've got some of the illustrations. Who did the illustrations?
So Ash, his name's Ash Thompson. So we went to university together and things like that, and he's always been very good. And we got him to work on the illustrations, and took a while, but we're very happy with them, and I think they look quite good now.
Well, look, we've got a. You may have noticed, if you're watching, that there is a telephone number there, 07380 325 882. You can call that whenever you like if you want to have a chat and ask Kev a question. You can do that. So if you have a question about a gross animal, if you've noticed your dog doing something gross, I don't even know, Kev, if you're going to know the answers to these questions. It's fine if you don't. But like anything gross about your animal, like, I mean, my dog, here's a gross thing. Don't know if you know the answer. We can happily Google this together. My dog has no testicles, right? But he still gets a little jizzy secretion at the end.
Do you think that might be, I don't know, a bit of the pre-cum?
But from what?
That come from your?
I don't know. I'm hoping.
What's the bit that they touch in your bum? The prostate.
I've literally got no idea. I was just kind of was just hoping that you might have a bit of an idea on that one. But anyway, if you've got a question like that you'd like to ask Kev, you can. I have an actual flipping telephone here, 07380365882, so we can do that. It's just like radio. Anyway, yeah. Right, you're gonna have to tell me. I'll explain these pictures because I'm not sure you can see them. Right, so I'm just gonna show you this first picture, and then I'm gonna ask Kev to explain what the fuck is going on. So. Keo Gadari, he's watching. Hey, Keo. Lovely to have you there on YouTube. Right, this one first. This is great illustration, by the way. This is two giraffes wearing hats, and I mean, they look like gangster giraffes, basically. Well, the one on the left.
It's Brokeback Mountain. It's the cover of Brokeback Mountain, but with two giraffes. Right.
Okay. Explain.
Do you know Brokeback Mountain?
I know that Brokeback Mountain is a film about. I have never seen it, but I think it's about two homosexual cowboys. Am I right?
Yeah, reluctantly, I believe as well. They refuse to accept it and end up being friends.
Okay, I see.
So giraffes, when they go into heat, are hot red-blooded males, and they fight each other. You might have seen it on documentaries where they swing their heads at each other, and they So yeah, that's called necking. Funnily enough.
Necking is something completely different in my book, yeah, but go on.
Yeah. It kind of is a bit of foreplay. So they get so worked up when they fight each other that they end up, having sex with each other.
Like proper,
which is kind of
bum sex.
Yeah. Full blown bum sex.
But homosexuality in the animal kingdom is quite common, right? So is it?
It's obviously not as common as you would imagine, but with certain species it's more common than others. But we kind of like the image behind an aggressive boner, like if you're fighting each other and you just see red, and then you kind of come to and you're in there.
Yeah, I wonder actually at any of the sort of like. These sort of far-right protests that's been going on recently, and they start fighting each other, that in the end they just fuck, and then people would just fight less, wouldn't they? Just everybody have a good old
the world would
fuck.
be a much nicer place if everyone just ended up banging each other when they got angry.
Yeah. Hey, look, I'm really mad at you, but instead of beating you up, I'm going to have sex with you. Okay, fine. Yeah, come here. It'll be fun for the both of us. Okay, that's the giraffes then. That's the giraffes. I like that.
And they also, we've got giraffes in there twice, so they end up banging each other. And then another one is when they're trying to approach a female, the males will just keep headbutting her and around the back region until she starts peeing, and then they'll taste her pee and see if she'll be deemed a good mating partner.
I don't understand that. Hang on, but what? Nathan says hi, by the way. Also, just while I'm asking these questions, if you have a question and you don't want to ring in because you don't want people to hear your voice and you've got it, we have the comments in the middle. You can just comment and Kev will do his best to try and answer your question. How does tasting piss? How does tasting piss?
I guess it's the pheromones and the kind of evolutionary benefits of I guess they can taste something in there that they'll be better at holding a baby or giving birth to strong young.
Interesting. I'm not going to try that.
Yeah. No. Well, you never know.
I mean, and I've been in my relationship for 11 years, so I feel like I'm at a stage where it'll probably be okay, but I'm not going to give it a go anyway.
I don't know how to differentiate. I've tried. I don't know how to tell if it's a good mating partner just from the taste. But
right. Minihood 1997 says tasting piss used to be how doctors diagnosed diabetes before modern medicine. Fucking hell. I mean, as if doctors haven't got it hard enough. Jesus Christ.
I wonder what the difference in taste is. I wonder what the indicators are. That one's a bit
can taste
salty.
Mars bars. You've got type 2 diabetes.
It's got some buttery undertones.
Yeah. So I've got another one of your wonderful images. I'm also gonna just try And forget it. I can't do it. Oh, there we go. I'm moving.
I've got a second picture for the the giraffe one as well.
Oh, go on. Show us the second one. Oh, that's great. Move it up and to the left a bit. Oh yeah, what's he got? A mojito. Mojito? Yeah. What's he got? Okay.
But there's just piss in it instead.
Oh right. Oh, I see.
Very sensible and informative.
Very, very good. No, I like those. I like those a lot. Also, then there's this. This is an orca. Looking. There's an upside down shark. I think is that what that is? An upside down shark. I don't understand.
We've kind of flipped the Jaws cover on its head. Oh, it's yeah.
Oh, I see. Yes.
Yeah. So, orca, one of the only animals that have been seen to hunt great whites. So, because they're complete badasses and way more intelligent than most things in the ocean. But they figured out basically when so sharks' sensory their senses are really heavily based on electrical signals. So they've got these things all over their snouts called ampullae, I think they're called. They're filled with this like conductor gel that can sense movement in the water. They can, if there's a fish shaking, because basically when you have a pulse, you're giving off a really small electrical field.
That is some sci-fi level nonsense. That's amazing.
It's ridiculous, and that's how like sharks can tell where they are in the globe roughly.
Hang on, when you say gel, like consistency of gel, what are we saying here? Like a bogey, or are we saying like?
No. So they've got all these pits on the front end of their snout, and then they have these things down their side called lateral lines. You can almost see the definition on a shark. There's like this kind of quite a clear divide on their body. Right. So that is all connected to the snout and all down the sides, and it's all filled with this kind of electric, not electric gel, but it's really sensitive to electrical signals. Electric gel! So when sharks, so they're basically, if you take in the electrical signals, they'll be able to take in the polar, the North Pole and the South Pole, and they'll be able to polarize themselves and figure out their rough positioning on Earth, because that's how it works basically. So imagine you know where you are, you've got your shit together, and then you're turned upside down. Basically, when sharks are turned upside down, they go into paralysis.
Oh my god!
So there's videos of people turning like great whites upside down and like having them resting on their hand like that. So anyway, when orcas attack sharks, they just flip them over and make them paralyzed, and they just sit there and watch them suffocate, basically. So they just do it for fun. And they normally only eat a certain part of the shark, which I think great whites' livers are, I think they're about a third of their body weight.
So hang on, yeah, but they leave the rest of it.
Yeah, the same with whales, and they eat their tongues because they're just high fat and probably the most tasty bit.
But that's like completely counter to any other kind of nature, right? Because if you kill an animal, as a, I don't know, fucking lion or a tiger, whatever, you want to get as much energy from that animal that you've just killed as possible, so you'd eat as much of it as you could. But they just eat the liver. I mean, that is some twisted
it's so high in fat.
We're gonna flip you upside down so it confuses your weird high tech GPS system that you got built in your brain, and then we're and then we're gonna let you suffocate, and then I'm gonna eat your liver. I might actually start eating your liver before you've even fully suffocated, so you get the full pain sensation. How? What? Yeah. Bastards! I'm gonna look at Free Willy in a new light.
That's what intelligence does. That's basically what intelligence does to you. They
makes you brutal.
Yeah, because they're a type of dolphin, so they're part of the kind of toothed whales. Toothed whales, yeah, because you got toothed whales, and then you got the ones that are filter feeders. But them and dolphins are basically two of the most intelligent things in the sea, and they're the biggest wankers in the sea as well. Apart from dolphins, yeah.
Before we move on, Minnie Hood has asked, do you have anything in the book about ducks? They're evil bastards. Oh, yes, hang on. Do. This is looking promising. I want some clarification, Minnie Hood. I want to know why they're evil bastards and what they've done to you. But it'd be interesting to see what they've done. I quite like ducks. I mean, isn't the most evil thing you can do to a duck? Why? They're not. They're cute.
Just you
Come
wait.
on. Okay, right. Okay, that is a duck corkscrew. Fine. So actually, that's something evil that's happened to a duck. Explain.
That is. What's the chap said who asked the question?
He just said, have you got anything in there about ducks? He's just said that they're evil bastards. But I think he's looking, because like me, right, I think ducks are cute. I think they're really nice. So I think he's looking for clarification, or she's looking for clarification on whether, if it's acceptable for them to hate ducks, basically. So you're trying to legitimise their view. Go.
Yes, 100%. Let me read you an excerpt from our new book, Not So Fluffy.
Yes.
So, the Mallard Duck, which is the one you'll see in ponds everywhere, basically. So, male ducks are persistent little buggers, and we mean little, so they're 1 inch when flaccid. Fortunately for them, they're growers and not showers, and unfortunately for the girls, their turkey Twizzler-esque penises reach 9 inches in length, drain the tank, and light a cigarette in less than a third of a second.
What?
So, they've got
9
giant
inches?
dicks. Yeah, and I think ducks are around 10 inches long, so not bad. So yeah, they fully inflate their penis and ejaculate and finish in less than a third of a second. Yeah, and add this to the fact that about 50% of duck sex is forced copulation, which is exactly what it sounds like. And then you've got a recipe for some pretty pissed off lady ducks. Thankfully, evolution has some tricks up her wizard sleeve. Usually a male duck's weird corkscrew penis screws literally it screws in, and then a female duck's corkscrew vagina is an anti-clockwise direction. But when a suitor is unwanted, the female contracts the walls of the vagina, producing a clockwise rotation, which creates a literal cock block, and that is more effective. It's a more effective contraception than a vasectomy. So, males' penises are clockwise, females' vaginas are anti-clockwise. So it goes in nicely, but then when they don't want it, they tense the walls and it can't go in anywhere.
I mean, that is actually
rape
disgusting.
and kill their partners.
So, right, so Mini Hood 1997, yes, you can legitimately hate ducks because they're 9-inch hung rapists, basically.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that is horrific. This is horrific
And
stuff.
it's quite often more than one male duck as well at the same time.
So if you're next to a pond, then don't give the birds bread. Just throw the bread at the birds. No, I would never incite harm on any animal, but do that because they're bastards.
Apart from ducks, they're
God.
wankers.
Keo has said this is incredible information. He sounds disturbed. He said, "Oh my lord, you've disturbed him." Let's see if we can disturb him even more. So here is a picture of what looks like the Last Supper, but with monkeys. Explain.
Chimpanzees. We were trying to come up with an idea that kind of we could have shown a bit of a spectrum of why chimpanzees are a close second for being one of the most evil things on Earth. After humans, of course. So chimpanzees are super aggressive. I think, well, we touched upon it last time I was here. They're super aggressive. You can't have them as pets because they've been known to bite people's faces off. And as I said, when they have fights, for example, they have gang warfare. So they'll have turf wars of troops of up to, I think, 45, 50, and another troop of 45, 50, and they'll actually have gang wars and try and invade further territory, have sex with the females.
I remember you saying this, yeah.
A society like that is obviously male-dominated, so there's a big alpha male that will stay in power until another male takes over, and he'll either be ousted or and kind of left to die in the wild, or they'll probably fight to the death or something like that.
It's basically their way of doing an election, right? It's their
basically
democracy.
Right.
Yeah.
And instead of running the country, you just have sex with all the females, basically.
Yeah, I mean, actually, maybe we would get some decent leaders if that was the rule. You could just have sex with whoever you want. I'm not condoning that behaviour. That was an awful thing to say. In the picture, though, what's the brain thing? What's the brain thing? There's a picture of a monkey eating a brain.
So we kind of took that from was it Indiana Jones, where they eat the
Oh,
monkey
okay.
brain in the table
I
thing.
thought I thought you were going to say they're cannibals.
Well, yeah, they eat monkeys, and there's this one amazing picture of there's a chimpanzee reaching out, and another chimpanzee is passing a dead monkey, and the dead monkey has got its hand out, and it looks like the roof of the Sistine Chapel, but it's a dead, bleeding monkey going for the chimpanzee.
This is
So they've got
That's
most amazing
horrendous.
hunting tactics, and they'll hunt in a pack. Like, so one will chase it through the trees, others will kind of spread out on the floor. So yeah, they're gang fighting. You know, one of my favorite things about them is if a female isn't, you know, she's had a kid and she's not going into estrus, which is heat, basically, they'll kill and attack the female's young to drive her back into heat, so then he can get his end away.
That's not very nice, is it? That's horrible.
No, it isn't.
Nathan's chipped in with something which I feel is like what's a one word? He's put apes. Is he saying that we're talking about apes and not monkeys? Is there a difference? I don't know.
Oh, apes. So great apes are chimpanzees, gorillas, bonobos, and orangutans. The big ones. And then monkeys are the difference is basically a tail, and apes are way more intelligent as well. They're way more developed.
Didn't know that. Just basically thought monkey, ape, thought they were the same thing.
Same, but different.
Okay, I got another one of the pictures from the book here. Now you're gonna have to explain this because it looks utterly revolting. It's a hamster bricking up what looks like a vagina. I think it is.
Yeah.
I think I'm right in saying that's a vagina.
That is a vagina, yes.
Right, come on. Oh God.
So it's quite a common thing in the animal kingdom, called seminal plugs, which it kind of does what it says on the tin, to be brutally honest. So the picture there is a guinea pig, which we touched upon last time I was chatting to you.
Yeah.
But basically, because competition is fierce, when they're having sex, the male's ejaculate, jizz, semen, whatever you want to call it, solidifies into this hard. It's like a hard barrier, and it like compacts against the vagina walls perfectly. So it seals it, and I can't remember the percentage, but it's a very successful prevention.
Yeah,
it's really successful. Yeah.
It's what I want to know about this. I always find this kind of stuff really fascinating anyway, and I know people just sort of observe animals because that's just what they do. They like observing animals, right? But it's a big but. How do you discover that a gerbil's spunk solidifies and creates a wall? Because surely you're like, right. Those gerbils have just had sex, right? So let's delve in there. Let's have a little look.
Let's have a rummage.
Let's have a rummage and see what's in there. And you stick your finger in, and you're like, oh, it won't go in. I've created a wall out of some spunk. And it's like, and fine, okay, understanding animals, understanding the animal kingdom is really important. It's incredible. But someone has taken the time to faff around with a gerbil's bits to work out that they build a wall out of spunk.
Yeah, that's why I'm not a researcher. Well, that, and I'm not smart enough. But it's those kind of things why I'm not a researcher, because I don't want to go fishing around in some animals' bits.
Well, that's interesting though, because I was going to ask you what's next for it, right? Because you've written the book, you've done that, and I feel like this is one of these things where it's like this could easily go on to telly, and I just could imagine, right, okay, say it's the gerbil spunk wall, you'd just be like, okay, let's see if this is actually true. And and you venture out to go and find the gerbil spunk ball. But is that something you want to do? Is that something? Yeah, oh god. Oh, can you imagine Trump spunk ball? Mm. I tell you what, if they were able to do it, no one would cross that fucking border. I tell you.
Yeah, no thanks.
If they did it, there would just be no way. Alex Wisner, oink. He's just called us a pig. Don't know why.
No. Hey,
maybe he's asking. Are pigs in the book? Pigs in the book?
Pigs aren't in the book, but pigs also do the same thing.
Oh, that might be why.
Blood.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. That might be why I mentioned pigs. That's disgusting. Oh.
And one thing I didn't know about until recently, when we were talking about the ducks, is the end of their penis has a brush on it. It looks like a brush, and it brushes away all the other stuff.
Oh man, this is the thing is about that, right? So I remember I saw a documentary about, I think it was about monogamy on Vox, and it was talking about Vox documentaries on Netflix, and it was talking about the human cock basically, because they were saying, should we have relationships with multiple people? Is it natural for us to do that, or should we be in a monogamous relationship? And they talked about the shape of a human's cock. So you're talking about the brushing away the spunk, right? I know this is disgusting, but I hope you're not eating your lunch if you're watching this, but whatever. It is lunchtime. The shape of it, when your bell end like pops out, is because, or it's supposed to be, if you do that after another bloke's been there, it scrapes out any semen that's in there.
It makes so much sense. Why is
it makes so much sense, doesn't it? It makes so much sense. If I knew that earlier, the number of things I could have got out from under the fridge. Hello from...
That's incredible.
I know. This is a hello from... I can't even work out. Your names are symbols, so I don't know. On YouTube, hi, welcome along. Nathan says, Ollie, are you married? I'm not married, but I'm engaged. Thanks for asking. I've been engaged for a long time. Are you asking that? I know why he's asking that. Because he's like, because you fucking shouldn't be, mate. Because you're at home at 12:30.
You're a dreamboat, Ollie. Any lady would be lucky to have you.
I mean, she's very lucky to have me. You're right. You are right. Yeah. So but do you have any plans? Are you going to do some video stuff or anything, or anything like that?
Well, I need to actually pull my finger out and get this book running. I have high hopes for Christmas, but because we're self-publishing, it's a bit of a difficult one to. I'm just feeling my way through it at the minute, so I just need to get it out there and get some traction with it. But got stuff in the pipeline. We've got a couple of interviews that I'm lining up. Wanting to do a bit of a podcast show, which would be interesting. But that's
nice.
Everyone and their fucking grandmother doing it at the minute.
Hey man, I'm a professional podcaster. What can I say? I am.
Well, no, it seems like a really fun way to make a living. And obviously, it would be great if I could do that. I've got some ideas for some cartoons a bit further down the line. So not entirely factual, more of a scripted kind of comedy thing. But yeah, TV is the ultimate goal. That would be amazing if we could get a TV show made about it.
I think it'd be really fascinating. Just gross animals. Josh says hi from Texas. Hey Josh. Josh, if you're in Texas, right? Can you tell me what's going on with the old coronavirus situation in Texas? Because I hear some bad things. I'm hearing some bad things over here. Break the fake news barrier. What news have you got? Live from Josh. Let's see what he comes up with. I'm going to see if he comes up with anything. Are you from Ireland? He's asking. I think he's asking that because I've got ginger beard. No, I'm not. I'm based in the UK.
am.
Are you?
Yeah. I don't have both my parents are Irish, so I've got whiskey coursing through my veins.
Oh my god!
And I used to have a bit of an Irish accent as well.
Really? We're coming from all over the world here. Nathan's just said that he lives in Japan. I didn't know that, Nathan. What are you do? What time is it in Japan? How are you awake? The situation is increasing. People drink alcohol, do not care. Yeah, I kind of know what you mean. The thing is, though, in lockdown here, I've been drinking booze but caring, but I've been drinking in the house, so it's kind of okay.
Booze from the heart.
How have you dealt with lockdown, Kev? Come on, tell me. Like, how's it all treating you?
It's been great, man. I've never gamed before, but I've completed a game, which is depressing. But no, fortunately this book has been a very welcome distraction in this shit show. It didn't really get rolling properly until lockdown kicked in. Like when we started getting the initial prints and things like that. But just punting this, man. Just really trying to get this rolling. Try and move forward with the TV show idea. So I'm trying to use my time for good, but I'm not.
Well, look, I think we've sort of like managed to hit a little bit of a nerve of interest of our audience, because the minute you mentioned game, we've had 2 people say, which game, Kev, did you complete?
Oh, GTA 5. It's very fun. I'm not a gamer, but it's that was like a film. It was really good. But a film where you can go around and shoot bazookas at people.
Sure, yeah. I mean, GTA is like, I've played very few computer games in my life, even though I've built a computer game. You can go and check it out.
Have you?
Man. Yeah, I built a computer game. Yeah, it's relatively terrible, but it's a platform game. I'll share a link with you later. But GTA is one of those games which I think everybody's played, and I remember that one where it was like a bird's eye view. Do you remember that one?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was that the first one?
Yeah. It was amazing. I remember the first time I saw that game, I went over to some bigger boy's house, and he had this game, and I just thought, this has changed my life. I can't believe it was that open world bit where you could just sort of go anywhere. But interesting, you're not a gamer, brilliant. But you've been playing GTA 5. That means, what were you playing that on?
My PS3, which is the loudest thing in the world.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Sounds like a car engine when you turn it on.
You're officially a gamer. Well, we've appeased the gamers watching. That's fine.
Nerds.
Josh has given us an update. I believe that Jesus is angry with Texas because of their addiction to alcohol and no religion insulting the Lord, and then says lol. So I believe that sarcasm is alive and well in Texas, by the sounds of things.
What does lol stand for? Love our Lord?
Oh, it could mean love our Lord, couldn't it? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Update us. Josh, enlighten us. We would like to know. Are you a religious man? Or are you just yanking our chain? I don't know. Excuse the phrase, yanking. Yeah, I didn't mean it. Hey, well, look, this has been really good fun. We should get you on. Where can people buy your book? That's most actually. Where can they buy it? Send me the link now, and I'll put it in the comments, right? So then everybody can buy your book.
Where do you want it?
Send me the book. Send it on WhatsApp.
It's just crudenature.com.
Crudenature.com. There you go. Actually, I'll just put it crudenature.com. Right. Everybody go there. Crudenature.com. Go and buy Kev's book, because you're basically keeping him afloat, because it's tough times at the moment. It's a little bit rough. And look, he looks like he needs money, doesn't he? I mean, look at the fucking state of him.
Kev, look at all this weight I'm losing.
Yeah. Kev, thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day, and hopefully I'll speak to you soon. All right, mate?
Always a pleasure, sir. Thanks,
See
everyone.
you soon. All right.
Bye.
There he is. He's gone. Oh, we've got a little cheer. Got a little cheer. Okay. All right. Kev's gone. We'll turn that down. Josh, I'm not religious. I tried all religions, even Hindus. Good. Okay, that's good to know. He's a really interesting chap, isn't he, Kev? That's he's our first one on InterTrash Chat, our first ever guest. But tomorrow we've got Tim Warwood. Tim Warwood is a sports commentator for the BBC, but he commentates on snowboarding and snow sports mainly, right? You may remember him from, I don't know if you remember the Winter Olympics, the last ones. He was in Russia. Was it Russia the last ones? Anyway, whenever it was, and there was a bit of a thing where they got a bit of criticism for the way that they stated. Although, I think a lot of people like what they did as well. He's a really fascinating chap. He's also an ex-professional snowboarder. So tomorrow, Sochi in Russia. I think it was Sochi, yeah. Mini Hood 1997. Josh says he tried Islam. I mean, it's all important to try religions. Religion, try them. I haven't tried any. Maybe I should. Maybe it was Sochi. I can't remember. But he's going to be on tomorrow, same time, midday. Be great to have a little chat with him and see what he's up to. No worries, Kev. Kev says, thanks, babes. So think about your snowboarding-related questions. And also, look, and I'm talking directly to all of you here, okay? You are... the pioneers in this little endeavour of mine, which is to try and make a scrap of a living doing this kind of stuff in the future. And you've joined me early doors, and trust me, I will never ever forget it. I would love for you to spread the word as much as possible. I would adore you for that. Get as many people watching as you can. Get people following on Twitch or YouTube. And I know it sounds like a beg, like I'm begging, but that's because I am. Because it all depends on you watching. But the aim is to bring you more fascinating conversations with really interesting people. Also, if you have somebody that you would like me to speak to, just let me know. If you head over to olliepeart.com, you can leave me some feedback there. There's a little form you can fill out. I'll just put it in here. So if you head there, and you can send me what you would like me to speak about to, or whatever. But it'd be great. It'd be great to build this, make it better with you along my side. I'd very much love that. Thanks, Josh. Lovely to have some of you along who haven't joined us before. Also, remember 8:30 GMT, because you're in Texas and Japan. 8:30 GMT. GMT +1 actually is InterTrash Live. InterTrash Live is a game show, rude and crude. Last episode featured a bit of nudity and all sorts of nonsense. So I'd love for you to join me for that as well. But do spread the word. And I shall see you all tomorrow at midday with Tim Warwood. So enjoy. Okay? Have a lovely day. I will see you soon. Bye-bye. Oh, I can have a cheer out, can I? Yes, I can.